Yes.
Good morning, everyone. For Charm TV, we're about to begin. Welcome to the Thursday, June 15th, 2023 meeting of the Board of Liquor License Commissioners for Baltimore City. Welcome to the Board of Estimates room and its fancy new microphone technology that the City Council already had. So if anyone has an issue when you come up, there's two buttons on the microphone. The one on the right, if it's not red, push it down one time, and you'll see the red light light up, and one on the base. And if we make errors, it's expected because it's new to all of us. So we'll get through it together. Mr. Chairman, do you have any comments?
No, good morning. Let's get started.
All right. We have a bunch of matters before the board today. Item number 1 on today's board has been withdrawn and will not be heard by the board. So that moves us to item number 2 on the docket, which is Docks Baltimore LLC, trading as Docks on the Harbor. Proposed premises are located at 621 East Pratt Street. This is an application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of Alcoholic Beverages Article 12-1604 C2 I, requiring $700,000 in capital investment in restaurant fixtures and facilities, no sales for off-premises consumption, 65% food sales, and a seating capacity for a minimum of 75 people. Applicants requesting live entertainment and outdoor table service.
Morning.
Good morning.
Go identify yourself for the record. Is your red light on?
It is on.
Okay.
Leanne Schreckengoss with Royston, Muller, McLean, and Reed here on behalf of Docks on the Harbor.
Good morning. You want to proffer for us?
If I may.
Please.
This is the space that was formerly occupied by Dick's Last Resort, so it was licensed in the past. It is being now called Docks on the Harbor. Greg Pranzo and Tanisha Lane are the two licensed applicants.
Are they behind you?
Ms. Lane is, we are not sure where Mr. Pranzo is. He was supposed to be here this morning. He's not. Kerry Martin, the gentleman further behind, is the general manager of the location.
Okay.
Ms. Lane is serving as the Baltimore City resident. Come on up.
Join us on Charm TV.
They don't bite. They will have seating for, there will be 157 seats inside, 101 at the outdoor patio. Their capital investment is well over the $700,000 to date. It's almost at $1.7 million for the renovations to the location. The menu and floor plan were included with your package. It is a scratch kitchen. It serves unique family. It's a family-oriented style restaurant. Scratch kitchen, desserts made to order. It's a take on old world and new world dishes with an artistic flair. The downtown partnership has been notified and has no objections to the granting of this license. They have about 45 to 60 employees. All of the managers are ServSafe certified through a state-approved alcohol awareness training program, and will be training all of their employees accordingly. They have a card everyone policy for alcohol. Everyone who orders alcohol gets carded. Another unique feature about this location is their non-alcoholic beverages are kept in containers that are completely different from anything that has alcohol, so it makes monitoring for passing off and handing off much more easy for the location. I will also proffer that both of the applicants are fit and proper. As this is a location that's been previously licensed, we don't anticipate any negative impact on any of the existing licensees or any negative impact on the health, safety, and welfare of the environment.
Does Mr. Pranzo have experience in?
Mr. Pranzo's been in the restaurant business for about 30 years.
Okay.
He currently has 4 active concepts in Atlanta and has prior concepts in New York and Vegas as well.
Is a scratch kitchen a term of art in this industry?
Would you like to explain exactly?
Yeah, you
what
have
this
to,
location is,
could you
Mr.
raise your right
Martin?
hand and state your name,
Yes.
please, sir?
Kerry Martin.
Raise your
You have to raise your right
Sorry.
hand.
Kerry Martin.
All those here to testify, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes.
And state and spell your name for the record.
Yeah, say your name one more
Yes,
time.
Kerry Martin.
Mr. Martin, do you know the answer to my question?
What a scratch kitchen is?
Yes.
Everything's made fresh. Everything's brought in fresh and cooked fresh right there.
Oh,
We
I
don't
see.
bring anything really in frozen, so everything's pretty much brought in, prepped, and cooked for the guest.
Yeah, I had not heard that term before, so I didn't know what that meant. Okay, thank you. Commissioners have questions?
No questions. No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis then of the materials contained in this application, the extensive proffer from council, and it appears that they meet the criteria for this type of license, I would, on the basis of all that and the testimony received, vote to approve the application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with live entertainment, and outdoor table service. And before I finish, what kind of live entertainment?
Right now, we're looking at acoustic guitars on the patio.
Okay, all right, thank you. Commissioners?
Based upon the application, the proffer, the testimony received, I too would approve this application for the new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with live entertainment and outdoor table service.
Yes, based on the testimony materials provided today, I also vote to approve the application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license, and also the request for live entertainment and outdoor table service.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record?
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council is receiving instructions on how to legally complete the required document submission to have the license issued by that the board preliminarily approved today. Shall we move forward, Mr. Chair?
Please.
Item number 3 on today's docket, Holiday Baltimore LLC, trading as True by Hilton Baltimore. Proposed premises are located at 411 South Central Avenue. This is an amended application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor hotel motel license under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages Article 12-903C1-2 little I, which allows the board to issue a license for use by a hotel or motel that has 1, at least seating between 75 to 100 individuals, and 2, a capital investment of $500,000.
Good morning. Is one of you representing?
Me?
Are you an attorney, ma'am?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you all raise your right hands, please?
Do you swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes.
Please state and spell your names for the record.
Monica Rodriguez, MONICA, RODRIGUEZ.
Austin Haynes, AUSTIN, HAYNES, the third.
And sir?
And I'm Austin Haynes Jr., AUSTIN,
Good morning. So Ms. Rodriguez, this is an amended application. We've heard this before, is that correct?
Correct, that got approved last year.
Okay. And the change is in what, the corporate structure?
Correct. When we went to submit the documents, we submitted the application through the management company, and half of the documentation was through the management company and half through the ownership. So it all had to be the same name, so we reapplied under the ownership name.
So everything is now in the LLC of Holiday Baltimore?
Correct.
Okay. Any other changes since we last heard this?
No.
Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
No question.
No questions.
Okay. All right, thank you. On the basis then of the materials contained in this amended application and the proffer from Ms. Rodriguez and any testimony received, I vote to approve the amended application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor hotel motel license, and I incorporate by reference our findings when we heard this previously.
Based upon the amended application, the testimony, I too would approve this amended application for the new Class B beer, wine, and liquor hotel motel license, as well as the chairman incorporate our previous position and decision based on the initial application.
Yes, based on testimony materials provided today, I also vote to approve the amended application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor hotel motel license.
Thank you, Ms. Russell.
No exhibits for the record?
All right, thank you. Good luck, folks.
That concludes this matter before the board. Applicants have received the instructions on how to legally obtain the license that the board preliminarily approved issuance of today. Shall we move forward, Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Item number 4 on today's docket is Stem and Vine LLC, trading as Stem and Vine. Proposed premises are located at 326 North Charles Street, Suite Number 1. This is an application for a new Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages Article 12-1603C15 in the 300 block of North Charles Street within the 40th Alcoholic Beverages District to an establishment that has a minimum capital investment, not including the cost of land and buildings, of $50,000. Applicants are requesting live entertainment, outdoor table service, off-premises catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Good morning. And your names, please?
Kendra,
Oh, why don't you both raise your right hands, please? Okay, thanks.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
And you are Ms. Clark?
Yes.
And sir, you are Mr. Goldsmith?
I am.
Okay, so do you want to tell me about this, one of you?
Sure. We are taking the primary retail space in Brown's Arcade next to Mick O'Shea's. Our goal is to create a plant shop and wine bar that also focuses on STEM. We're both STEM professionals. The name of the shop, Stem and Vine, multiple meanings. Plants grow on stems, wine serves stem glass, and STEM plants are STEM in nature, STEM sciences. So with the liquor license, we'd like to add a small curated selection of plant-based products, alcohol, spirits, wine, to what we do with our plants. We have an educational program as well. I have letters of recommendation from Charles Street Development, the Downtown Partnership, as well as our closest neighbors who also have licenses.
Do you want to offer those?
Please.
They'll be received. You can hand them up here, thanks. We'll give them to Ms. Russell.
I'm sorry. I made 5 copies.
Oh, okay.
Additionally, plant science education and a detail of the, some of the expenses incurred to meet the requirements.
And what's the total of the expenses?
According to this chart, probably around 150, but that's.
Okay,
very-
so it exceeds the it exceeds the $50,000
Very much so.
minimum.
Very much
Okay.
so.
And are you already open and operating as a plant store now?
We're waiting on our permitting.
Oh, okay.
But we're very involved in the community at board and executive leadership level throughout the DMV. We are not restaurateurs, but we have hired those that we think can represent us well.
And will you, or the people who handle alcohol, be certified?
Yes.
Okay. And you understand how strict we are about serving minors and whatever, okay. And lastly, the live entertainment, what's the nature of that?
We've connected with the Peabody Institute. Part of the master's program there is community service, and we've offered our space to those students to use.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's terrific. Sounds wonderful. Commissioners have any questions?
Yeah, just,
Go ahead, please.
yes, with regards to the concept of the plant, this is something new to me. So what is it, the customers come in buying plants, or they don't have to buy plants, or how's that set up? Because like I said, it's new.
I understand
New
that.
concept.
It's a very unique concept that we haven't seen, but originally we wanted to have a plant shop, but then this additional piece dropped into the business plan. But the plant shop's in the front, there's a bar in the middle, a gallery, event space in the back. There's an atrium in Brown's Arcade that we would like to use for events. I think we can be a premier event space for the under 100 population capacity in downtown Baltimore.
Hey, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No questions.
I like the play on the word STEM. I remember years ago, there was a plant store at Light and Water Street, which was a perfect location for a plant shop. Okay. Thank you. On the basis then, the materials contained in this this new application, the materials that have been provided today, which have been received, and the testimony from Mr. Goldsmith, I vote to approve this application for a new Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license with live entertainment, outdoor table service, off-premises catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Based upon the contents of the application, the materials submitted, and the testimony, I too would approve this application for a new Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license with live entertainment, outdoor table service, off-premise catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Yes, based on the testimony and materials provided today, I also vote to approve the application for new Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license and the request for live entertainment, outdoor table service, off-premise catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Ms. Russell?
Mike Hosebis for the record. Board Exhibit 1, letter of support from Downtown Partnership. 2, letter of support from Charles Street Development. 3, letter from Community. And 4, capital investment.
Very unique idea. Good luck, folks.
You go.
That concludes this matter before the board. Applicants have received the checklist of instructions for documents that must be submitted in order to formally obtain issuance of the license. The board preliminary approved today. Thank you. Shall we move forward, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Moving forward to item number 5 on today's docket. RGMM LLC, trading as trade name pending. Proposed premises are 231 East Baltimore Street. This is an amended application to transfer ownership and location of a Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license presently located at 121 West Randall Street to 231 East Baltimore Street and requesting delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Good morning, Your Honor. Commissioner Stephen W. Fogelman on behalf of the applicant, Ms. Chetri.
Good morning. So we've previously approved this, but there's been a new licensee?
Yes, exactly. We have a new individual licensee applicant, same company, and
Is that Ms. Chetri to your?
Ms. Chetri is present.
Okay. How you want to tell us about her?
Yeah, I'll be very brief and proffer. Ms. Chetri is a 7-year resident of Homeland. She has worked most recently in the hospitality industry in hotels and motels. She did serve a few years, 3 years, working at Sweet Carolina, a packaged goods store at 309 South Broadway. So she's been alcohol certified, and she understands the rules and regulations of the BLLC. The previous applicants, the company remains the same, as I mentioned. The previous applicants entered into a pretty comprehensive MOU with the Downtown Partnership of Baltimore, and I have spoken with Claudia Jolin, the Vice President of Economic Development thereof. We are changing the names and having the MOU re-executed. So I would ask that you consider approving this transfer today, subject.
Will the terms of the revised MOU be made a part of the license?
Absolutely, and will be delivered to the board, to the file, the original, and all terms will be license posted.
Okay. Commissioners have questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you, Mr.
Thank
Fogelman.
you.
On the basis then of the materials contained in the amended application, the explanation by counsel and his proffer, I would vote to approve this amended application to transfer ownership and location of the Class BG7 beer, wine, and liquor license presently located at 121 West Randall Street to 231 East Baltimore Street with delivery of alcoholic beverages, all subject to the terms of the revised MOU to the extent they're enforceable by law.
Based upon the contents of the amended application, the proffer, and the exhibits received, I too would approve this amended application to transfer ownership and location of the Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license presently located at 121 West Randall Street to 231 East Baltimore Street with the delivery of alcoholic beverages subject to the terms of the revised MOU to the extent they're enforceable by law.
Yes, based on the testimony materials and letter from the attorney, I also vote to approve the amended application to transfer ownership and location of Class BD7 BWL license presently located at 121 West Randall Street to 231 East Baltimore Street. Also the request for delivery of alcoholic beverages with the revised MOU.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
Thank you. Good. You're moving into our old address.
Yeah, I mean, that's funny, too, that we have a liquor store at the old headquarters of the Board of Liquor License Commissioners. Thank you.
Good luck.
That concludes this matter before the board. Applicant has received instructions on how to submit the documentation that must legally be done before the staff can issue the license the board preliminarily approved today. Also, all documents must be submitted by law within 180 days of today's hearing. Shall we move forward, Mr. Chair?
Please.
Item number 6 on today's docket, St. George of Hades, LLC, trading as trade name pending. Premises are located at 4719 Eastern Avenue. This is an application to transfer ownership and requesting off-premises catering and delivery of alcoholic beverages of a Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. These are very fancy.
Yes. Well, we're moving up. You want to identify yourself for the record?
Abraham Hurd on behalf of the applicant, St. George of Hades, LLC, and with me is Mr. Zulus.
Good morning. Want to swear him in, please?
Do you swear or affirm on the penalties of perjury that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Good morning. You want to tell us about this?
May I proffer?
Please.
This location is at 4719 Eastern Avenue. Mr. Zulus has over 20 years in the restaurant industry. It's going to be a small tavern. There's no real plan for significant packaged goods or takeout, but we anticipate it will be a part of the business. The operations, they plan to close around midnight every day, but they would like the opportunity to stay open until 2 in the case of events. His father owns a tavern across the street from this location where he has gained much of his experience over the
Going to
years.
be in competition with your dad?
They do have a food program. There's a kitchen. It's not going to be a tremendous menu as if in some restaurants, but they are looking to make something different that the neighborhood hasn't seen. And their ties to the neighborhood are very, very strong, so they anticipate that continuing going forward. He is alcohol awareness trained. He anticipates all alcohol handling staff will also be alcohol awareness trained. And he's going to be on the lookout for anyone under 21, as always, to make sure we don't have any service to minors.
Yeah, there haven't been any violations for a while here, so, but keep your eye open. Commissioners have questions?
No question.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application and the proffer from council, any testimony received, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this BG7 beer, wine, and liquor license with off-premises catering and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Based upon the contents of the application and the proffer, I too would approve this application to transfer ownership with off-premise catering and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Yes, based on the testimony and materials provided today, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership and the request for off-premise catering and the delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right, good luck, Mr. Zulus.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council has received instructions on how to legally complete the transfer, which by law must occur within 180 days of today's approval by the board. Shall I move forward, Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Item number 7 on today's docket, James Williams LLC, trading as trade name pending. Premises are located at 2036 Eastern Avenue, and this is an application to transfer ownership of a Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Peter Previs on behalf of Mr. James Williams, who's to my right for James Williams LLC.
Good morning. You want to proffer for us?
Yes, thank you. This is an application for transfer of ownership only for 2036 Eastern Avenue. James Williams is the 100% sole member of the entity, and he is a city resident and will be the sole licensee. He intends to operate what it is now, a small neighborhood bar. He will be full-time. He expects up to 3 employees. It's a BD7, 7-day a week. He intends to have the kitchen operating with just light bar food. The trade name, he's going to have 106 Bar and Grill, but we'll firm that up with the board when we do the checklist. It's the
Are
same
they going to be
landlord.
tip certified?
Yeah, he's currently, he's in the business of, he has assisted living facilities, so he knows how to operate a business. He is scheduled for the alcohol awareness certification, and he will make sure that everyone else in the establishment is alcohol awareness certified.
Okay. I don't think there's any history of violations at this location, so keep the record clean.
Thank you.
Commissioners?
No questions.
No question.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from council, I vote to approve the application to transfer ownership of this BG7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Based upon the contents of the application, the proffer from Mr. Previous, I too would approve this application to transfer ownership.
Based on the testimony and materials provided today, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
Good luck, Mr. Williams.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council has received instructions on how to legally complete the transfer of ownership, which by law must occur within 180 days of today's approval. Shall we move forward, Mr. Chair?
Please.
Item number 8 on today's docket has been postponed at the request of the applicant and will be scheduled for an upcoming, to be reheard at an upcoming hearing of the board, which brings us to item 9 of today's docket. AR Family Management Incorporated, trading as Gaiety Liquor. Premises are located at 412 East Baltimore Street. This is a Class A beer, wine, and liquor license and an application to transfer ownership thereof.
Afternoon. For the record, Melvin J. Kadansky representing the applicants. All 3 are here behind me.
You want to proffer for us, Mr. Kadansky?
Yes, I will. This is a transfer of an existing Class A license. The 2 individuals here, they're Mr. James Paul Jones is the city resident.
Could you raise your hand so I know it? Okay, good morning.
All those here to testify,
All right.
Right.
swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury,
That's
that
right.
the testimony about the give will be the truth.
It's okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Try to get his mom to change his name to John, then he'd be John Paul Jones. So the 2 individuals that are here, a husband and wife, they've been actually in there since about 6 months. They bought the property, there's a little food operation there. They're familiar with the rules and regulations of the liquor board, both of them. There's only 2 that are working there are going to be alcohol certified, so their experience has been from there. They have to have been notified about, be careful about serving minors.
This place had a violation in 2022 for sales, so they need to.
Yeah, so they know that was the prior owner, and they're going to take over. I think that's the prior owner was from the DC area. That's the District of, as we always refer to it. And I think he's going back there. And this place has been on the block for a long, long time. You know.
Okay. Commissioners have questions?
No question.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, They proffer from council any testimony received. I vote to approve the application and transfer ownership of this Class A beer, wine, and liquor license.
Based upon the contents of the application, the proffer, I too would approve this application to transfer ownership.
Yes, based on the testimony materials provided today, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right, thank you. Good luck, folks.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council has received instructions on how to legally complete the transfer of ownership, which by law must occur within 180 days of today's preliminary approval by the board. Shall we move forward, Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Item number 10 on the docket, Liliana LLC, trading as Allura. Premises are located at 1001 to 1003 North Charles Street. This is an amended application to transfer ownership with the continuation of live entertainment and outdoor table service of a Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license. And Mr. Fogelman, I know that I believe there's some amendments that need to be noted on the record based on the posting and the original application.
I'll be happy to do that. Thank you very much. Stephen W. Fogelman, on behalf of the applicant, Brendan Hudson.
Can we swear him for just a second?
Absolutely.
Sir, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? Yes.
Okay.
With respect to the amendment made, the city, there was a city resident originally on this application. This application was amended to allow the ownership of Allura to take over this space. Mr. Hudson became a city resident in the last couple of months, and the city resident position was unnecessary. So today, the application we're asking to go forward is for Mr. Hudson as the sole applicant.
Which is not a material amendment to the application, I believe.
Thank you. I mean, if you're adding somebody, I totally understand that's a material amendment, but we have two, and one drops off, and they were only a city resident to begin with, so I appreciate the board's interpretation.
So am I being handed something from the Mount Vernon Belvedere Association? Is that in this case? Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. I was
Jumped our Mount Vernon gun.
Mr. Hudson, you're of the Vallejo family?
Yes,
And it was your uncle who passed away? Or
great uncle.
great uncle? I knew him as a child.
Yes.
Spent a lot of Sundays in that place.
Yes, my grandfather told me to tell you hello.
Hello to him as well. Do we have any comments from the commissioners?
Is this
Questions?
MOU with this?
No, it's not with this case.
Are you sure? Because it says, it's titled Allura. Is this not yours, Mr. Fogelman?
I'm not aware of any such document. We had
So I think-
previously entered into an MOU with MVBA
Oh, you're
regarding
right.
this very
It
address.
does say that.
I think.
You want to take a look at this?
I'd like that. Thank you, Your Honor.
I think this is, it's attached to the letter of support from the Mount Vernon Belvedere Association.
Right, and signed by President Dana,
Right.
and signed by Mr. Hudson. So no, I don't think, I've seen it. I get lots of emails, but obviously, letters in support, I don't like to miss those.
Was that MOU previously attached to their license?
Let's see.
So we were approved.
It was.
Right.
Yeah,
so
okay, so that all happened at the last hearing.
Exactly. So thank you, and thank you to President Jack Dana for getting that in timely. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, so Mr. Hudson, Allura, moving from Park Avenue to 1001 North Charles Street, just a few blocks. Baltimore's only Roman Bistro. They've been operating as a BYOB heretofore. This is an exciting opportunity for Chef Hudson to be able to pair wines, quite frankly, with his tremendous cuisine.
Okay. Any questions?
No questions.
Okay, one. How far is this from Sangria?
It's up the street on the other side,
Just
right?
just a block and a half.
Okay.
Do you have any further questions?
No, good.
Okay. Well, next time you're at Sangria, you can walk up there.
I need a sangria every time I leave
I don't
here.
want to kill time.
Okay. All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the amended application, the proffer from council, and the documents received, I vote to approve the amended application to transfer ownership of this BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license with continued live entertainment and outdoor table service.
Based upon the contents of the application and the proffer, the exhibits received, I too would approve this amended application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment and outdoor table service, again, subject to the terms of the MOU to the extent they're enforceable by law.
Yes, based on testimony and materials provided today, I also vote to approve the amended application to transfer ownership continuation of live entertainment and outdoor service, subject to the MOU.
Ms. Russell?
I call exhibits for the record. Board Exhibit 1, menu. Board Exhibit 2, MOU between Mount Vernon Belvedere Association and the applicants.
All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council is receiving instructions on how to legally complete the transfer of ownership, which by law must occur within 180 days of today's preliminary approval by the board. Shall I move forward, Mr. Chair?
Please.
Item number 11 on today's docket, HM Fayette Liberty LLC, trading as Mount Vernon Stable and Saloon. Premises are located at 909 North Charles Street, and this is a request for a 180-day hardship extension under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages Article 12-2202 of a Class B beer, wine, and liquor license.
Morning.
Good morning. John Denick from the law firm of Gordon Feinblatt, here with the paralegal who's been handling the case, Annette Ecott, and along with Thomas Siberine, and he's on the license, and James Entrecan. Okay.
How long have you been with Gordon Feinblatt?
A year and a half, and my last day with them is going to be the end of July. I'm giving up private practice after 40 years. And Mr. Page and I kind of started in the liquor board business something like 40 years ago. And so this is the last time I'll be before the commission. And it's an honor to be with these particular clients. They are based in New York originally, and they acquired the Hotel Ulysses. They redid the Latrobe building, the hotel, and made it a hotel called the Hotel Ulysses. And Esquire magazine just named it one of the top 50 bars in America. Only 3 people in Maryland got that status, and these men are responsible for that. They've been working closely with the Mount Vernon Belvedere community, and they submitted a letter yesterday. Hopefully you have it. If not, I can submit another copy.
No, we have it.
Okay, great. And so 180 days have passed, and they are not ready to open. And we hope that they will be at some point in the future, but they're using the building for storage at the moment. They're doing very well at the hotel, particularly on the weekends, and they're envisioning that maybe it could become like a wedding facility, because we're booking rooms and people want an event space. I don't know what their long-term theme is going to be for the hotel. I mean, for the restaurant. It's separate corporations, but they have done a wonderful job. The community loves them in Mount Vernon, and the hope is that they will get it together.
If you got Mr. Dana to love you, God bless you.
We consider ourselves lucky, yes.
Did Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you, Mr. Denick. On the basis of your letter to the board of May 16th, your proffer this morning, and the letter received from the Mount Vernon Belvedere Association, I vote to approve this 180-day hardship extension.
Based upon the letter from Mr. Denick on May 16th, 2023, the letter from Mr. Dana as well from the Mount Vernon Belvedere Association, I too would grant this 180-day hardship extension.
Yes, based on the testimony and letter from the attorney and also from the support for the Community Association, I also vote to approve the request for a hardship extension of 180 days.
Ms. Russell?
Thank you all very much. We appreciate your help today.
I call exhibits for the record. Board Exhibit 1, letter of support from Mount Vernon Belvedere Association dated June 14th, 2023.
Thank you.
That concludes this matter before the board, which has approved a 180-day extension, which by law cannot exceed 360 days. Shall I move forward, Mr. Chair?
Please.
Item number 12 on today's docket, secured creditor trading as no trade name. This is a Class B beer, wine, and liquor license and a request for a 180-day hardship extension under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages Article 12-2202.
Morning.
Good morning, Your Honor, Commissioners. Craig Schwartz on behalf of the current licensee, Antonios Minidakis. This is a secured creditor's license, and application was filed within the initial 180-day period, requesting a hardship extension of another 180 days. We're trying to locate a purchaser for the location, and there were 2 prospects that did not work out. Mr. Minidakis currently is engaging a broker, and I'm confident that they will be
Where
able
is
to-
Macon Street?
Greektown.
Sorry?
Greektown.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the zip code. I guess my colleagues know that anyway. Did you all have any questions?
No questions. No questions.
All right, thank you, Mr. Schwartz. On the basis then of your letter to the board of May 9th and your proffer this morning, any testimony received, I vote to approve a 180-day hardship extension for this Class B license.
Based upon the letter of May 9th, I too would grant this 180-day hardship extension.
Yes, based on testimony and letter from the attorney, I also vote to approve the request for a hardship extension of 180 days.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
No exhibits for the record.
That concludes this matter before the board, which has approved the 180 hardship extension, which by law may not exceed 360 days. There are no further items on the docket, Mr. Chair. and
Well,
members
with
of the-
Larry's approval, let's read the adjournment.
Well, I think first, Mr. Chairman, the Executive Secretary would request a bit of indulgence on that
Okay,
matter.
please. Go ahead. Oh, okay. Hey, Larry, could you come up here, please? What do you've been here like 40 years now? Is that what?
Well, I don't know. Seems like it.
Well, anyway, you have earned yourself a new T-shirt from the liquor board.
Oh.
Can you show us what it says?
Yeah, because we haven't even received it.
All right.
There you go. Oh, nice. Very nice.
Turn around and get your picture taken.
Let me hold his shirt.
I hope it fits.
Yeah, it definitely will fit.
Okay. Well, keep wearing that and rooting for the Orioles. Okay, thank you, everyone. As always, we'll see you the next time.
All right, the Board of Liquor License Commissioners for Baltimore City shall stand in recess until Thursday, June the 29th, 2023 at 10:30 a.m. here in room 215 City Hall, 100 North Holiday Street, Baltimore, Maryland, 21202. Off the record.